It's awesome. It's awesome seeing people from work, from friendship, from high school, my fucking family. My dad and my brother are here. That's fucking wild. Like, it makes me afraid about doing certain jokes. It's just weird doing something in front of your family. I got a hand job from a hand model the other day. It was alright. You'd think it'd be good, right? Like, I don't know, like, ladies, if a gynecologist goes down on you and he's bad at doing it, you're gonna be a little fucking pissed. Yes, you can't lead a horse. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't teach it to eat really good pussy. It's 2024. A lot of things are changing. People are changing. I have a cousin on my Puerto Rican side that's currently transitioning, and we're all there for her. One thing I learned was that when a Puerto Rican man transitions into a woman, he has to take a little bit less estrogen than everybody else, because if you want to be a believable Puerto Rican woman, you gotta have a little bit of a mustache. You can't get rid of that thing completely. I'm happy you guys thought that was funny. She's not funny. Imagine a size 11.5 chocolate coming at your head. That's wild. She used to be a shortstop too. That's fucking wild. Like most Latinos, I have a significant list of half siblings. I have 3 half brothers, and it's like my dad couldn't get into the Model UN in high school, so he started one himself. These were all different little nationalities. We're all little different mixtures of them. Like, I'm the Italian making model, so I love red wine and I can't shut the fuck up. That's what I'm gonna do. My 2 younger brothers, they're Lebanese and Puerto Rican. So they were born with mustaches. That's just wild. They're nasty on the baseball field. They're fucking terrorists on that fucking baseball field. My older brother, that's the thing that pisses me off about my oldest brother, is that he's the only British one, and he was born with perfectly straight teeth. It makes no fucking sense. Like, I don't know. It's not fair. Like, it's like, he's been a salesman his whole life, and like, we just call it the devil smile, because you'll sign any fucking piece of paper he puts in front of you at that point. It's amazing. I love you. I'm just jealous. Leave me alone. Like, I don't know. I can't afford braces. Like, they're just as soon just fucking move to England and hide in plain sight. I don't know. I grew up in Holyoke, but I also grew up in Feeding Hills. Both have like significant history. Like, Holyoke created volleyball. Feeding Hills is the birthplace of like the first voice of Fenway Park, and Anne Sullivan, the lady who taught Helen Keller how to communicate. And a few summers ago, we had a bad storm, and a tree fell, and the top of the tree proceeded to only fall on Helen Keller. And I just thought to myself, I was like, damn, man, really working selfish miracles from beyond the grave at this point. The question that was stuck in my head, though, is that if a tree falls... Never mind. We're here tonight because I'm moving. I'm moving to New York City. I got the idea because I saw how like Olympic athletes and D1 athletes have children with each other in order to have better athletic children. So I'm taking that same idea into comedy and trying to find a Jewish lady while I'm out there, just make the next Tiger Woods. If I can find a black Jewish woman and have an Italian, Puerto Rican, black Jewish son, he's gonna be fucking Tiger Woods of the fucking comedy world. Yeah, right? People are like, are you worried about moving to New York City? Like, don't you think it'll be like gentrifying the area? I'm like, I'm Italian, Puerto Rican, and poor. Like, I'm bringing it back. Don't make mistakes that way. I'm fixing your fucking problem. And I have to pay the rent for it. It's bullshit. I don't know if there's like a Puerto Rican consul or something that like let the word slip though, because like I got a package outside my door that said, welcome to Queens, bitch, and then it was like a fresh pair of Timberlands and a Yankees hat. I was like, all right, come on. I like Tim's. I've never been able to wear Doc Martens, mostly because, like, I don't know. I feel like Doc Martens are just Tim's for white people at this point. That's a harsh name, too, Doc Martens. This sounds like a fucking Nazi. Like, they look like Nazi shoes, sound like Nazi shoes. Might be Nazi shoes. That's why I'm afraid. Like, I'm happy I'm not German, because I'd be afraid that somewhere in my lineage there would be a Nazi somewhere. That's why I want to start a genealogy company that helps people find out if their ancestors were in the Third Reich. It'll be called 23 und mein. I've been here for a long time. You know, you have a weird dating history when you stay in one place for 30 fucking years at this point. You know, you think about your influences on your exes. Like, as of right now, I got an ex that's, you know, now a lesbian. I got an ex that's now a stripper. I got an ex that's now a guy. And it's 2024. That's all one fucking dude. Like, that isn't you guys want to hear some piano stuff?
Yeah!
I'll see you over there. Hi. I haven't done this in a long time. The last time I played piano and did comedy at the same time, I was at a music festival. On a fair amount of acid. What fucked me up, I was doing really well, but in the audience there's a woman dressed as a grilled cheese. Making grilled cheeses. And I didn't know if that was like cannibalism. It was really weird. It made me think of this epiphany I had when I was driving to Florida once, and that if you look at Chick-fil-A advertising, they're always cows telling you to eat more chicken. But if you look at like really down and gritty like barbecue places, it's always a pig in an apron and a cleaver, and who's serving like his family to you. Like that's wild. That's down in dirty South. That's how they do it. In college, I started out as a high school, or I wanted to teach history in high school. It was secondary ed and history, and you learn a lot of weird things. I don't know if you know this, but in the Olympics, the first wrestlers would wrestle naked. And I know what you're thinking. Gay. But then you look at what the wrestlers are wearing now, and it's arguably way gay. Like, there's something about matching your headgear to your singlet to your shoes that's just, I don't know. Not your fault. Why don't we ever focus on the fact that Jessica Rabbit was into bestiality? Like all the guys in the 80s and 90s are like, fucking Jessica Rabbit. I'm like, she fucks a fucking rabbit. Have you ever seen a rabbit's penis?
Yes.
No, she wants to. Isn't that wild? Like, you guys ever heard of a British person tell a PMS joke? Me neither, but I bet you'd be bloody hysterical.
Oh, God.
I hate the mouthfeel of the word mouthfeel. Does that make sense? Why would they make that word? It's worse. There's times where I love being American, even though I'm not the biggest fan of this place, but I'll tell you, I think it's more un-American to sit during the wave at a baseball game than it is to kneel during the national anthem. That's just a party pooper. I don't know. Can you imagine seeing Vince Vaughn's head in real life? I think it'd be fucking wild, right? I think it's gotta be giant. Sorry, these are the thoughts that keep me up at night. I grew up going to Catholic school. I was, I grew up Roman Catholic, which didn't always make sense to me because our church was always in the same place. Nice. That joke has a delay to it. It always does. It's great. I love that. They always use the phrase shooting fish in a barrel as something that's easy. But it seems really hard to fucking do. Like, I don't have a gun. Where the fuck am I gonna get a barrel? Like, who has just barrels around? So I think we should change it to shooting fish in a cracker barrel. Way easier. Way easier. I was looking up that joke when I wrote it, and it was shocking the amount of shootings that happen in a cracker barrel across America every year. And it's like, it happened more than twice, at least. That's what I feel like swans are just geese with better credit scores. Hot take. Enslaved to bet more. Do you have any gay people in the audience? I have questions. I have a question at least. Anybody? Shame. What? Out yourselves. You're a happily married woman. I know you. You can't hide in the crowd. I know you're. Alright. Are gay short kings just short queens?
Yes.
Yeah? Alright. Oh, thank you, Ray. Can't really see half of it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniel.
There you go.
Never knew. You guys didn't know, huh? I like doing drugs and playing video games. I like doing drugs and playing I have a quick thing to bring to you guys. This is. Let's see if we. Alright. This is my impression of playing Mario Party on bad acid.
Oh,
I feel as though all turtles are snapping turtles if they're pushed far enough. If you guys walk away learning one thing, taking away one thing when I tell you today is that don't jerk off on April Fool's Day. Just for your own sake. I know. I have a fear that they're gonna swap the share and play button on us one day. And it's like, that's what I would do. If I was trying to be like, just to scare you. You wouldn't actually share it, but just enough to freak you the fuck out. Do any fans of the show Little People Big World out there?
oh my god.
Because I don't know if you guys know this, but they're on their 25th season this year. I still call it a miniseries. My name is Daniel Miles Rivera. I'm Puerto Rican and Italian, so my favorite food is carbonara. Oh, I got you.
That's good.
Spaghetti. I think it's weird that people say the word fuck during sex. I can't think of any other verbs we yell while doing it. Like, ever see somebody at the gym just like jogging? grilled cheese with some. I'm a big movie guy. I love movies. One of my favorite movies is Jaws. I love it because of the strong female lead in it, the shark. If you think about it, it makes sense. Like, that shark, I don't know, like, only a great white woman from Massachusetts can cause that much carnage. Just by running her fucking mouth. Like, I've done a fair amount of fun drugs in my time, not the scary ones, nothing like that, but fun drugs. First time I was ever offered cocaine, it was after a comedy show. It was actually after the show Eddie and I did. Somebody came over and was like, "You did a really good job. You want a beer?" I'm like, "Yeah." And another guy was like, "You did a really good job. Want some coke?" And I'm like, "I'm good." I was interested, but here's the thing: is that I'm right-handed and left-footed, so I have no idea which nostril this dude will be. Either way, if you're ambidextrous, I think you can pull that off. Switch hitter, switch nostril hitter. I do have a fear of doing drugs for the first time, though. Mostly because every time I've done a drug for the first time, I run into my mom. Like, historically, it is true. The first time I ever did acid? Acid. Yeah, it was acid. The first time I did acid was with my half-brother. Now, we don't share the same mom. But we take it and it's like 15, 20 minutes in, and our friend Scott calls him and he's like, "You need to come pick me up now, I need help." And I was like, and Josh was like, "All right, we gotta go get him. We got time, we're fine." So we're on the highway going 20 over, opening and closing the doors as we're going. Nothing happens, we don't get caught, nothing. We go pick up Scott, we get back on the highway. And we're just having fun, nothing crazy's really happening, and I'm sitting there in the back seat, and I look over, and the car next to me is my mom. And I look back down, I'm like, and she sees me, and just with the biggest, like, just terrified me. First time I ever did ecstasy. So it was like, "Let's go to the Big E." I'm like, "All right, fuck it, let's go to the Big E. Let's do it." And we're walking around, and who did we run into but my mom? I think she was a little drunk that time because she gave me a big hug, gave me $20. We went and had a great. It was fun. It was a fun night, but I'm just terrified to try drugs for the first time. I don't think I'm ever gonna take Viagra, guys. Thank you. All right, cool. One thing I've learned is the importance of being a good friend. I had a friend in college who had this crush on this girl, and the only way she'd go out with him is if he could find a date for her friend. And he asked me, and I was like, "Absolutely, I'll set up, I got you." And I was confused because the girl was pretty, she was nice enough, and it wasn't until 20 minutes before we go out on the date I find out the reason why she couldn't find a date was because she bullied somebody to death in high school. Now, 20 minutes before, I'm like, "What the fuck am I gonna do?" I'm like, "All right, I'll just be cordial, I'll be nice." The date goes great. He has a great time, his girl has a great, they have great. Next day, I get a text from this girl that I went with. I left her alone. She calls me the day after that. I leave her alone again. And I don't know, I just believe in karma, so I left her hanging.
Oh.
That same friend now works for Make-A-Wish Foundation. And the other day he seemed down. I was like, "What's up, man? What's wrong?" He's like, "Well, we have this kid right now. He's young. He has cancer, and he just wants to live a day out as Spider-Man." I was like, "Damn. You'd think he'd have enough radiation by now." That's dark. Okay. Shouldn't do 2 dark jokes in a row. I'm sorry. All right. I love our neck of the woods. I think Western Mass is genuinely so beautiful. As much as the things I hate it for, I can define very well, but I love it in generalities. I love the history of every town. Every town has a story. Like East Hampton. East Hampton's a great example. Like so much history. Dr. Seuss based Whoville off of East Hampton. Mount Crumpet is Mount Tom. But How the Grinch Stole Christmas is my favorite book. It's my favorite movie. I have questions. Like, it's weird that the Who's are Christian, right? Like, it's weird that they have organized religion, like, in Whoville. Like, I don't know. How deep does it get? Like, are there other religious Who's? Are there, like, Bahudists? Are there Jehovah's Witnesses? Are there Jewish Who's? Or Jehoish people? Imagine what a fucking menorah in fucking Whoville. Are there gay Who's? Or is it called Who's? Are there radical Christian Who's picketing outside Who-bortion clinics? Yeah, like a Who's a Who no matter how small! Alright guys, well, that's my time for jokes. I'm gonna leave you with a quick story. I remember when I was like 10 or 11, I don't know it was like my dad and I were watching like Everybody Loves Raymond or something. I don't remember. It was some show where somebody was like dead. Somebody was planning a death. And I looked at my dad and I was like, when you die, what do you want me to do with you? And I'll never, to this day, forget what my dad said. And it was, bury me, burn me, smoke me, I don't give a shit, I'll be dead. And that is the most Rick Rivera comment you could really have for that kind of answer. And I still think about it a lot to this day. Because being dead's like being stupid, and the fact that it only affects the people around you. And and I live by that. So I'm leaving. I'm going to chase two trades of my dreams: carpentry and comedy. And I hope that. And I'm just doing it because one day, like once I'm done, if I don't succeed in either of them, you'll still be able to, bury me, burn me, or smoke me, because I won't give a shit. Alright guys, thank you very much for coming.